Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick update. I am 16 weeks. I keep forgetting how far along I am. So 16 weeks, and just give an update on some of the symptoms and new things happening this week. I feel like I have felt some flutters, very few and far between, and they're not obviously strong movements, but I feel like I'm definitely noticing some movement in there, which is exciting and way sooner than my first pregnancy, which I've always heard is normal. But also with my first pregnancy, I had an anterior placenta, which just means your placenta is basically on the where you would feel kicks, and so it kind of buffers any movement, so you don't really feel it for a little bit longer than normal. I didn't feel anything with Naomi. I want to say I was like 21, 22 weeks. It took a while. So this is exciting to kind of feel some little movement so far. Another thing is I really feel like my belly has just popped and it is out there. So this whole time I've just felt honestly just fat and chubby, and I kept telling my husband, like, I just want it to be obvious that it's like a pregnant belly and not just like I've been eating a lot, which I also have. But no, I think it's apparent now that I am pregnant. Second pregnancy, can't hide it. We officially announced on social media and all of that a day before I was 16 weeks. So it's funny because I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same time that we announced with my daughter as well. I'm excited that it's like it's a go, guys. I'm pregnant. Everyone knows, family, friends, and even people that I don't talk to on social media. So all these things that you hear if you don't have kids, and you hear all these things, and I was the exact same way, like baby brain and crazy dreams and things like that. I just always almost got like, it was just almost annoying to me. Like, that's not a thing. Like, stop it. You guys are just like working each other up and making it a thing. It's a thing. I'm here to tell you, you have baby brain, but it doesn't go away once you have the baby. I've been dumber ever since I have had my daughter, like 100%. Just losing brain cells like left and right. Now I'm pregnant with baby number 2. I don't really feel like, oh my God, there's no end in sight, you guys. I can't like form sentences. Like, I forget words, like where, you know, like older people where they're like, bring me that pin. Like, that's me. Anyway, so yeah, baby brain is real. Also, what's real? The crazy dreams. I've been having ridiculous vivid dreams. They're so vivid, and like I woke up this morning, I dreamed that I was going to the Maldives. Is that how you say it? I would literally, and it was in this current situation. Like, I had a mask on, I was boarding my flight. I didn't give I was going to the Maldives, and I was traveling with like one of my longtime friends that I like grew up with, who I haven't seen in a long time. Like, these dreams are insane. So that's real. If you were wondering, it's real. Lastly, I did have a dream that this baby was a girl. You know, we read into a lot of things as pregnant women when it comes to the sex, because for me, it's just fun to guess. My husband, he doesn't play the guessing game. It annoys him. He's like, you know what? It's one of two things. We have a 50% chance it's this and a 50% chance it's the other. Like, he's just, it is what God gives us. Like, he doesn't do the guessing game, but I'm all about it. I'm like,
well, the Chinese counter says this, and I want to do the pea and the baking soda test and see if it fizzles.
It's just fun. But I did have a dream that it was a girl, and I had a dream that my daughter was a girl when I was pregnant with her. So who knows? We will see. I have an appointment next week when I'm 17 weeks with my gyno, and then I think that she'll schedule the anatomy scan, which is the really long ultrasound that they do. Oh my gosh, once we know the sex of the baby, that is when I thrive, because I start thinking about nursery. I start really honing in on what I want. The baby market is just, the amount of products they produce is ridiculous, and they come up with new things all the time. It's been 2 years since I had my daughter, so there's some things that didn't exist 2 years ago that I'm like, I want that now. Ooh, I'm getting excited. It's getting to the exciting part. For some reason, I'm really struggling this time around with like being self-conscious of like my body, and you know, it's changing again, and I've been through it one time, so I don't know why I'm having a harder time this time, because I've read things and like seen things where people say like, oh, baby number 2 is what did it for me and changed it. You know, like that's really what did me in on my body. Not baby number 1, baby number 2 is what did it. And I'm like, so I read something like that and then it's there forever. I love being pregnant. I love my pregnant belly, like when I was pregnant with my daughter. So I'm excited for that. I just want other things to stay fairly the same. I don't know. Anyway, that's my 16-week update. The next clip you see will be me at 17 weeks. Hello, I am 17 weeks and it is official. I think the baby has definitely appeared. Get all angles, y'all. I feel like I'm carrying lower, which is exactly how I carried my daughter. So all those myths about boys being low doesn't mean shiz, but we will see. And sorry about my really dirty mirror. I have gone ahead and made the switch to maternity clothes, and definitely earlier than I did with my daughter. Pretty sure I made it past 20 weeks before I brought out the maternity clothes, and this time I got to about 17, but I couldn't hold off any longer. I probably could have, but this is just like 10 times more comfortable, and I mean, I have a bump. I have an appointment that I was just getting ready for with my OB, so I'm excited we'll get to see baby. And then before I leave that appointment, I should have my anatomy scan on the calendar, and that is when we get to find out what this baby is. My OB appointments look a lot different this time around. This sucks. I'm currently 19 weeks. I have my anatomy scan in 2 days. They're going to put the sex in an envelope, and then I'm going to give it to my sister, and she's gonna do something fun to reveal the baby gender to us, which will be that Thursday. So I still have a little under a week until we find out the sex of the baby, which I am so ready for. I feel like then I can really picture it, pick a name, which usually takes me a long time, start the nursery planning, all that good stuff. I had my husband break out my pregnancy pillow out of storage just because it was starting to get to the point where it was a little harder to get comfortable or took a little longer to get comfortable at night and in bed. And I was like, it is time for the glorious pregnancy pillow. And yeah, I have loved that decision for the last week. My last doctor's appointment was about a week and a half ago, and according to their scale, well, I stood on a scale at home, and then I stood on their scale, and depending on what scale I stand on, I've gained about anywhere from 4 to 6 pounds. I don't know why there's such a margin, but even if it was 6 pounds, I'm halfway through the pregnancy, I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. I was actually thinking that I had gained like quite a bit more. I just hadn't really been stepping on a scale. I just felt like I was showing faster, and I haven't been as active as I was with Naomi because of the gym being closed and being stuck in the house during this quarantine period. So I just figured that I had gained a little bit more than that. So I'm happy with those numbers. 4 to 6 pounds, that's great. That's right on track. I found a picture of when I was pregnant with Naomi at 19 weeks, and I did belly pictures with her, and then I compared it to what I looked like now, and I just don't really think there's that much of a difference. I might look a little bit bigger in this pregnancy, but it's pretty on par with my first, and so that made me feel a little bit better as well, even though I just feel like there are symptoms that have shown up a lot quicker. Like my back has started to get achy, especially at work, which no brainer, I work like 12-13 hours, and I'm a nurse. No more explanation needed. So I do a lot of stuff at work that would cause my back to hurt in normal life. My back has started to get achy, and I just don't remember having that symptom so early. The most exciting thing last night, like I said a week or 2 back, I felt like I had been feeling like little flutters, but they were so small that even when you feel it at that point in your pregnancy, it's just kind of like, that could be the baby, something's going on in there, but it also could be gas, like. And so I was sitting on the couch last night, and I put my hand on my belly, we were just watching Netflix, and I was just curious if I could feel it from the outside, and I totally did. And so I grabbed my husband's hand and put it down there, and he actually felt it. So 19 weeks, that's definitely earlier than when he felt it with Naomi, but as I have said, I had that anterior placenta, so it took quite a while for him to be able to feel Naomi move. But this was like so exciting and so much earlier, and that's always just really fun. It makes it real for the husband, at least I feel like.
Baby's face right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some pictures of your placenta.
It is officially the day where we find out what we are having.
The moment of truth.
What's your guess?
Human.
What's your guess?
Boy!
Do you think it's a girl or a boy?
Boy.
Boy!
Oh, you're guessing boy? Boy or a girl?
Baby girl.
A baby girl.
I think it's a girl.
Oh, boy, for sure.
Oh, definitely a boy.
I'm gender neutral today.
You have to guess.
My yellow.
Make a guess.
A boy?
It's the moment of truth.
Hey.
Good. 3, 2, 1, spray!